Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the SoFlo Soccer channel. My name is Matt, and welcome back to another live preview discussion for tomorrow's game. And NYCFC, New York Red Bulls will play Inter Miami in the MLS regular season. We have a couple of things to talk about in this episode. As you could tell, I'm clearly still suffering from the very harsh emotions from the loss against Vancouver. And honestly, just thinking about it right now, I just want to give a shout out, give a congratulations to Vancouver, because I mean, at the end of the day, they deserve to go through. And not only that, um, not only that, but they're going to be playing freaking Cruz Azul in the final. So, which is, what's crazy? They used, I don't know, like Inter Miami playing Cruz Azul in the final would have been so poetic. That would have been so freaking poetic, guys. What's up, Gustavo? What's up, Nader? What's up, Chris? Shout out to Chris and the Banner Herons. Unexpected. Let's go. Yeah, so obviously I was supposed to go live today. I always go live the day before the games, but today was such a long day. I had no idea what time I was going to go live, so I had to set it up pretty quickly. But I made sure to give like a 30-minute, like somewhat notice for you guys to be able to show up. So just finished cooking a kid on FIFA. Probably not using the Inter Miami team, I bet. I have a feeling a fourth loss in a row is coming. We're going to talk about it. And, what's up, Soccer Daddy? Yeah, I expected it. Yeah, normally I would do it around 8 o'clock, maybe 7 o'clock. But yeah, it was a long day. So I was like, you know what? Let me go do 10 or like 10:15. Give people some time to, you know, to get settled in. But I don't know where to start. Like, as you guys know, we're playing NYC or New York Red Bulls tomorrow. We're coming off this loss, this really, really big, this important, heartbreaking defeat against Vancouver, and now we have to bounce back into the MLS regular season against what I believe is a pretty difficult opponent. I mean, at the end of the day, this is not, the Red Bulls they're never really an easy team, and even though this year they're like, I think they're like mid-table right now after a couple of, they're currently in eighth, or here, let me show you guys. They're currently in eighth place in the Eastern Conference standings. 10 games played, 4 wins, 3 ties, 3 losses. They scored 11 goals, conceded 9. So they're conceding at almost a goal a game, scoring almost a goal a game. And so it's like nothing. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing below average. It's not above average. They're just simply mid. Simply mid. But I mean, hey, sometimes we've played mid teams previously earlier this season, and we've either tied or barely scraped a win. So we just have no idea what's going to be going on. But essentially, what I want to talk about is how we're going to be lining up tomorrow, because I think after this loss against Vancouver, there needs to be serious consideration as to who is playing and who is not. Um, I I would hope that Javier Mascherano would still, or not, but still would just be in his deepest ever thoughts and really consider who's going to be playing on Saturday. Not because at the end of the day, this game matters in the long run, but it matters in terms of proving yourself to your fan base, to your team, to everybody that you're a good head coach and that you learn from your mistakes and you don't play the same players that cost you really important games. Red Bull is underwhelming this year. Yeah, they're very mid. Kind of make a joke that whenever Mascherano knows he's losing, he tends to pucker his lips like a goldfish. I just saw a clip of Mascherano saying the team never reached a CCC semifinal before. He was basically saying it was a success. Yeah, I'm gonna show a couple of clips today in this stream about Mascherano's comments and his thoughts on the game, his thoughts on the team. But if Mascherano thinks that going to the semifinals of the CCC is overachieving or successful, he's wrong. In his eyes, maybe for his personal accolades, this is probably a very huge achievement for him as a coach because he's probably never reached the semifinals as a coach ever. I don't think in the national team he reached the semifinals in anything. Um, I don't think he's been this far into a tournament ever as a coach. Um, so probably to his eyes, this is a huge success because it's like, damn, I just took this team to the semifinals of this tournament. No, the expectations was to win the tournament. That was the expectation. At least, at the bare minimum, make it to the final. But at that point, against a team like Cruz Azul, I'm not saying it would have guaranteed a win, but we were just the favorites to winning everything. Um so yeah, if him saying that this is a positive is not good at all. It's really, really kind of the opposite, actually. This is like the biggest negative that we could take out of the season. And honestly, this is a very I know we talked about Mascherano in, Mascherano out. I know some of you guys said just Mascherano out. Look, I wanna express my opinion on this because I honestly don't know what I would do if I was the board. Like if I was the board and I had the power to sack Mascherano right now, I have no idea. Like I wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't do it. And not and don't get me wrong, this is definitely a sackable offense. Like this is a fireable offense. What he, you know, getting knocked out of this tournament after being the favorites to win this tournament. But at this point, it's like you can't. It's like you can't sack him. Um, Especially this early into the season. You cannot sack him. It's impossible. Because who is going to take his place? No, there's not going to be a suitable coach in the eyes of Inter Miami unless it's like a big name coach, unless it's like Xavi or something. Like there's not a coach in the world right now in Inter Miami's eyes that could take this take the helm of this team because they need a coach. They need somebody that Messi can trust, that Messi can respect, that Messi can essentially be friends with. It's either a former teammate, a former coach, or just somebody that he knows. It has to be close with Messi. And if it's not that, he's not getting the job. So it's it's a frustrating situation. It's a very difficult situation. We're just gonna simply have to ride it until the end of the year, and then he'll probably have the same fate as Tata if he doesn't win MLS Cup. Because I think, and everybody in the chat knows this, the expect when you take the Inter Miami job, you already know the expectations. The bar is set to the max. It's set all the way up in the ceiling, and I understand you're an experienced coach, or inexperienced coach, I should say. I understand that even though you do have that professional player knowledge and you have those connections with Messi, with Suarez, you know how they play. You know how they play at the top level. You can teach these young kids how to play at a pretty high level. At the end of the day, you knew coming in that the expectations were high and we wanted to win everything at this club, especially with the players and the talent that we have. And then if you don't succeed and you come in, you don't succeed, and then you say, "Oh, but we made it this far." Oh, but like it would be a fairy tale if we won everything. Like, no. That's just you trying to not ruin your ego. That's just you talking with an ego. Saying that like, "Oh, it's not as bad." Like, no, you knew coming into this team, coming in taking this role that you were going to win everything. And then now putting the blame on, "Oh, we made it this far. Oh, like it's okay. No, like if you knew you weren't going to be able to do this, don't take the job. If you think that not winning, like you need success is winning. When you win, you did your job. You succeeded. If you get fourth place essentially or third place, that's not winning. That's not winning. Saki Mascherano won't make some of these low IQ players smarter and more situationally aware. The fault is of Jorge Mas. Somehow he decided that Mascherano was the perfect coach for Inter Miami. Who convinced them they began the disaster? Messi can't be above the team. Jorge Mas. If you guys remember when Mascherano first was hired, when he did his first press conference with the club, Mascherano said, or not Mascherano, fuck, dude, I keep messing up the names. Jorge Mas said that this was a deal or this was something, a project that they've been planning on since 2018. Like, that's how they put it together, like, in the most media way possible. Because, like, they wanted to bring Mascherano as a player, which is true. There were rumors about that in the past. And then it was like, oh, we want to bring him as a coach later, and then yada yada. And I'm like, okay, maybe 5 years ago that would have been acceptable because he was a new coach. He needed the experience. He could have probably coached this team 5 years ago and been fine because we sucked anyway. So there would have been zero expectation. But now we have all the expectation in the world. So if you don't live up to that, you got to go. And that's just as simple as that. Especially when you have gifted players like Messi and like Suarez. And yes, they're 37, 38 years old, but they're gifted. They know the game. They can still play the game. And when you have talent, young talent in 21-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 23-year-olds, in terms of in names of Yannick Bright, Delasco Segovia, Tadeo Allende, Federico Redondo, Ian Frey, Noah Allen, Toto Aviles. When you have talented players like that who have potential to be really good players and you can't do anything with them, you can't get through to them, they still perform bad. It's like, how much do you have to blame the players? You know what I'm saying? Mascherano's a bum. Can he even coach? That pregame interview was alarming. Mascherano X Mascherano.exe stopped working. Messi can trust Tierney. He respects him in the form of a teammate. That's true. And Titi coached I think it was Montreal back in a couple years ago. Mascherano won't admit because of the ego. It's because of his ego. He doesn't want to destroy his ego. And he just won't admit defeat. He just simply won't admit defeat. He won't ever admit that we played bad. He won't ever admit that how we played was unacceptable. And that is really bad. As I understand, as a coach, you have to protect your players, you have to protect your team. But at the same time, when your team does not play good, you have to call them out on it because that has to give them the gasoline, the boost, the motivation to do better. And if that doesn't, then you don't deserve to be a professional athlete. You don't deserve to be a professional athlete. I'm done with the friend coach or friends of players turning into favoritism. And that's another thing, favoritism. Favoritism is we are seeing clear signs of favoritism in the selection of the starting 11. Federico Redondo, Chelo Engand, Luis Suarez, Tadeo Allende, and Telasco Segovia. Maybe not Segovia, but Tadeo Allende. It's a lot of, and even Oscar Ustari. I know there's been a lot of hate on Drake. Drake out, Drake this, Drake that. Put Drake in, man. Play a game with, keep playing games with Drake. In my opinion, like I was never a hate Drake guy. I was never a hate Drake guy. I always thought that Ustari definitely in it before earned his starting spot because he was doing well. He was playing very aggressive. He was playing in a style that we haven't seen in the goalkeeping position at Inter Miami. And Drake simply wasn't doing that. But Ustari's been a little bit questionable sometimes. Sometimes. I'm just saying. But um with Redondo continuously getting starts in the midfield, it's absolutely unacceptable. Chelo has gotten better. You guys know I'm the biggest Chelo hater. I'm the founder and the president of the Chelo hate club. But I did admit that he's been playing a lot better in these last couple of games. But at the same time, Ian Frey still plays that position better. Ian Frey is still the man to go to in that position. It's simple. It's easy. It's known. It's simple. But he doesn't do it. He only does it on a very, very, very minimal, like rotational situations. It's bad. It's really bad. Fafa Pico doesn't get any playing time. Yannick Bright still comes off the bench with 15 minutes, 12 minutes left in the game, 10 minutes left in the game. What the fuck is Yannick Bright going to do with 10 minutes left in the game? The game's over at that point. If we're losing 3-1 and you sub in Yannick Bright in the last 10 minutes of the game, what the fuck is Yannick Bright going to do? I'm sorry. I'm like getting, I know I'm getting like very emotional again, but I'm still, it's just, I think it's just like common sense. You know what I'm saying? Like I genuinely believe, here, let me fix my lighting real quick. I genuinely believe like it's common sense. Yannick Bright needs to start. There's no reason for you to bring him on 10 minutes left in the game. Why? It's like, why are you bringing in fucking Lujan? Like, why are you subbing in? Like, that shouldn't be a thought in your head when you're losing 2-1. I understand Maxi Falcon needed to be subbed off, but why Lujan? Put in Frey. Put in Frey at center back. Put in Toto Aviles at center back. Put anyone else. Put fucking Ryan Saylor for all I care. Why Lujan? I understand that he can play right back. He can play wide. When Chelo gets up the field, Lujan can kind of cover that space and play when they play the 3-back. I understand that. But that wasn't the answer. And that's never been the answer. It had to have been Aviles. It had to have been... what's the other guy's face? Ian Frey. It had to have been one of those, man. It had to have been. The Redondo Bright situation is diabolical. I know, man. I know. It's terrible, Chris. It's terrible. And for us, as Inter Miami hardcore supporters, as literally the entire fan base, and probably everybody else in MLS, knows that Yannick Bright is okay. I don't know about the best center defensive mid. You can claim it. That's all opinions, right? But he's at least top 5. Yannick Bright is at least top 5 best CM, CDMs, whatever. He's the best. He's the top 5 midfielders in the league right now. Has to be at the bare minimum. At the absolute bare minimum, and you don't play him, and you don't start him. There's another thing that hasn't been touched. The team is not in good physical form. The other teams end up outpacing Miami at the end of the games. This is a great segue to the clip I'm about to show you guys. And I'm going to show you 2 clips. I'm going to show you a clip with Vancouver, Daniel Ross. It's a quick 20-second clip. He was asked a question, or I don't know what question he was asked, but he talked about Miami's biggest weakness. And this was posted by Franco Panizzo. Let me show you guys really quick this clip because it's related. I really hope you guys can hear it, actually. I think you should be able to.
No, la verdad que Inter Miami lo hemos visto mucho.
Fuck, it's in Spanish. Okay, so I'm gonna translate for you guys if you don't understand.
No, la verdad que Inter Miami lo hemos visto mucho. El año pasado me tocó ganarles cuartos de final y bueno, gracias a Dios ahora tuve la oportunidad de regresar.
He said that he knows Inter Miami, that they've played
y volver a ganar el partido, pero sabemos que es un equipo que los últimos minutos.
Yeah, and then he says it right here. We know, and then this is exactly what he says. We know Inter Miami is a team that struggles in the final minutes. We showed that in Vancouver with an 85th minute goal, and today we also beat them because we outran them in the second half. And then Mascherano comes. Franco asks him about like the physical qualities for him to succeed, or if he thinks Inter Miami has enough legs and physical qualities to succeed. Mascherano says, "Yes, I do. For me, the elimination was not a matter of physical qualities. We came out trying to play in the second half, and 5 minutes later, the series was over." Yeah, because you didn't make the appropriate subs at the appropriate times, and you completely got out managed. You got out
Yo
coached.
sí, claramente. Es decir, a ver, está claro que después de, de una eliminación todo se va a ver siempre lo malo y no se va a ver los aspectos positivos y está bien que así sea, no hay problema. Ahora,
He said that in an elimination like this, you're always going to see the negatives. You're never going to see the positives, and that's fine.
correr, nos hicieron, digamos, la eliminatoria terminó a los 5 minutos del segundo tiempo, no es que terminó a los 35-40. Es fácil hablar con el diario el lunes.
What? No way. He just said that. Wait.
Terminó a los 35-40. Es fácil hablar con... Nos hicieron, digamos, la eliminatoria terminó a los 5 minutos.
He's saying that we got eliminated based off the last 5 minutes of the game. Is he talking about the same game? Or is he talking about the first half or the first leg? He's saying that the game, we got eliminated because of the last 5 minutes of the game. Are you stupid?
Todo el segundo tiempo, no es que terminó a los 35-40. Es fácil hablar con el diario el lunes, pero me parece que no fue una cuestión física. Salimos a jugar el segundo tiempo y a los 5 minutos la eliminatoria estaba terminada. Otra cosa hubiese sido si Vancouver aguantaba 20, 25, 30 minutos del segundo tiempo y los últimos 15 si la indicación era correr. No, a ver, no. Claramente tuvimos dos desatenciones a los 5 minutos del segundo tiempo que sabía, y a los 5 minutos la eliminatoria estaba terminada. Otra cosa hubiese sido
a los 5 minutos. So at the
si
first 5 minutes.
Vancouver aguantaba 20, 25, 30 minutos del segundo tiempo y los últimos 15 si la indicación era correr. No, a ver, no. Claramente tuvimos dos desatenciones a los 5 minutos del segundo tiempo que sabíamos que un gol ya lo ponía difícil, dos era imposible. Y así fue.
So he's saying that he knew it would be difficult after one goal was scored, but then after 2 goals, he said it was impossible.
Ahora,
So he gave up.
hablar de un aspecto físico, no, porque me parece que en el primer tiempo fue todo lo contrario.
Wow. Okay, so he essentially admitted that he gave up after they scored the second, which is crazy because Inter Miami could have scored 3 goals. I know that sounds crazy because of how we played, but if he did it right, we could have scored 3 goals. We shouldn't even conceded 2 goals in the first place if he would have made the appropriate subs at halftime. If he would have made the appropriate subs at halftime, meaning Tadeo Ascendeo had to come off for Fafa, and then Redondo had to come off for Bright. Though if those 2 subs as soon as the second half started, if those 2 subs were made, we had it. We were still in the game. We were in the game, guys. I don't know. Damn, you guys are talking a lot. Hold on. Fatigue causes mistakes. The fact that we conceded that the game was lost within 5 minutes of the game shows that he's based off bad management. No excuse for physical limitations. Yeah. He literally gave up. So in the first 5 minutes, when he essentially gave up. He essentially gave up. He just refuses to take responsibility and admit that he was outcoached. Yeah. I don't know. So I just wanted to talk about it a little more, to be honest, because we can honestly talk all night about this shit, right? Because at the end of the day, it's heartbreaking, it's embarrassing, and in a competition that we should have won, we ended up crashing out pretty bad, bursting up in flames, due to just poor management, giving up in the first 5 minutes, not taking responsibility. Suarez had to get benched, dude. Oh my God, Suarez had to be benched. Actually, Not benched. I keep saying it. Suarez needs Obando to play with him up top as a striker. I keep saying it. If Mascherano ends up doing that and we score fucking 2 goals, I'm gonna apply for the job. I'm gonna apply as the head coach. I'm telling you guys right now, because I'm telling you guys right now, if we play Obando, Suarez, and Messi up top, we're gonna score goals. I'm telling you that right now. With two cams and the striker, with Suarez and Messi going wide, and then with Jordi Alba and then Ian Frey or Chelo Gant at the right, with Bright and Bushi in the midfield, with Noah Allen, Maxi Falcon, and whoever the other center back could be. It could be Toto, it could be Frey, it could be whoever. I'm telling you, we're gonna score. Like, I don't know. I'm telling you, it could that could be a stupid idea. You guys may not agree with me, but I'm telling you, Suarez needs a partner, a striker to play with him, because Messi's not going to do it. Messi is around the outside of the penalty area. Messi doesn't go into the penalty area. Suarez is the only one that either goes into the penalty area or sometimes he'll drift wide. Tadeo Shinde is supposed to cut in. He barely does it. Delasco Segovia is supposed to kind of get in there. He doesn't get into the penalty area. He stays outside. We need somebody to camp that penalty area, and that is Obando. Anyways, um, okay, let me show. So we only have 3 players who are not able to start tomorrow or not able to play tomorrow in the Red Bulls game. That is Drake Calendar. That is David Ruiz. He's still injured. And then it's Baltasar, who is still injured. Baltasar has yet to touch the bench. He has yet to be on the bench for us since he's joined Inter Miami. He's still out with a hamstring injury. David Ruiz is still out with his hamstring injury as well, which I think he's been out for like what, 2 months since this. I don't since the start of the season, to be honest. So no Drink Calendar. Suffered the injury with the adductor. And honestly, Baltasar, I don't know when the fuck to expect him. And then David Ruiz is David Ruiz. So, I mean, besides that, we essentially have a whole team. We still have a whole team. I don't know if Messi's gonna play. I don't know if Suarez is gonna play. I don't even know if I'm gonna go to the game tomorrow. I work like 10 hours tomorrow. Or essentially, I work 12 hours tomorrow. I think I'm gonna work like 9 to 9 or 8 to 8. So I don't even know if I'm gonna go to the game, and I'm trying to sell my tickets because yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Um, the dude, Chris says, dude touched down from the plane and injured Baldassar. I think him stepping off the plane, he just twisted an ankle or some shit. Um, is there any possible way to pull out from the Club World Cup, because it would be 4-0, 5-0 loss every match? Yeah, unfortunately not. We FIFA favored Inter Miami and being in the Club World Cup, so we're gonna have to just deal with it. And I'm telling you guys, for the Club World Cup, we need to just play the kids. I'm telling you, play Leo Afonso, play Santi Morales, play qué sé yo, play anybody, play fucking Ryan Saylor, play Rocco, play Israel Boatwright. Tyler Hall, play all those kids. Give those kids the experience of playing against high level teams. Just give them that experience. Like, because we're not winning the competition. Like, because I can already tell. And I say this, I mean, in a realistic standpoint, we're not going to win, because if we do, even if we get far, we're going to play teams like Real Madrid and City or whatever, whoever the fuck goes through, right? But in these early rounds, we have good chances of going going through. But Mascherano proved to me in that last clip that we saw that he gives up, that he accepts he accepts I don't know about accept. He admits defeat internally. In his mind, he's like, the game is over. There's nothing we can do. And like he gives up. He's a quitter. Matt, Palmeiras is a very good. Oh, I know Palmeiras is a good team. I never said we were gonna beat Palmeiras. Don't fucking get me wrong. I never said we were gonna beat Palmeiras. I'm just saying that there's still a chance of getting somewhat good results going through in these early stages. I'm not saying we're going to beat Palmeiras. I think we're going to get probably destroyed by Palmeiras, to be honest. That's going to be a crazy game because I think that one is here in Miami. How much are the ticks? I think I put it at 70 each. I have 2 tickets, 70 each. I had it at 90. I brought it down to 70. Um, yeah, so if you guys are interested, if you guys want 2 tickets to go to tomorrow's game, 70 each, cash at me or something. I don't know. Sections 124, row 5. Sections 124, that's behind the goal, row 5. Um, I noticed how MLS pundits were laughing and making fun of Inter Miami and Messi. You know for sure most of them are Real Madrid. Yeah. Everybody's against Inter Miami and Messi and all that shit. But the Sar pulled the Biden getting off the This continues to stop building the new stadium because we're laughing because we are a laughing stock right now. Yeah, they're gonna really it's gonna be a really tough time next year if we don't. It sucks, dude. Like it sucks because this is the last year at Chase Stadium. This is my last season as a season ticket member. This is my last year as a season ticket member because and props to Chris and props to and Danny, props to everybody that travels from Miami to come to Fort Lauderdale to watch these games. But I can't do that week in and week out. I just will not be able to do that. It's a lot. It's a lot of driving. So props to everybody. Props to the Battle Herons. Props to Chris and Danny. Props to everybody from Miami. Like I just can't do that. So I won't be renewing my season tickets. I'll still be going to some games. I'll spend the money to go to a game, to go to 2 games, 3 games, whatever the case may be. I'm just not driving to Miami every week to watch it in Miami play. I'll watch from at home at the comfort of my own house where it's free. I'll pay for Apple TV Plus or whatever the fuck it's called now, and I'll watch it from home. But don't be surprised if Redondo and Cello start. Yeah, I won't be. But guys, you see where that's the problem though, Brad? Like if Cello and Redondo start, that means that Mascherano still believes that those are the guys that can help us win the game. And that's a problem. If Mascherano cannot figure out that Redondo and Cello are not the answers, I don't understand. Like, I don't know how many goals he has to concede in order to understand that Redondo is not the fucking answer in the midfield. I don't care about Cello because you can rotate Cello between Cello and Ian Frey. I understand. Like I get that. I understand why he plays Cello. I get it. I accepted it. It's fine to me. And to be honest, I'd rather not witness Ian Frey suffer another fucking year-long injury. Like I don't want him to ruin his life. You know, just playing fucking week in and week out 90 minutes. Like that's fine to me. I accept that. But Redondo is the biggest issue in that midfield. Lujan, stop playing Lujan. Your best defender, the best defender in Inter Miami is Noah Allen. Period. The best defender at Inter Miami is Noah Allen, the kid from Pembroke Pines, the 20-year-old kid, 21-year-old kid from Pembroke Pines. That is the best defender at fucking Inter Miami right now. Not Maxi Falcon, not Toto Aviles, not freaking Lujan. Noah fucking Allen. And if Chris, if you're still watching, I don't know if you have I don't know if you guys have a Noah Allen shirt. If you don't, I'm gonna make a Noah Allen shirt because I need a Noah Allen shirt. If I don't have a shirt, a T-shirt of Noah Allen, I'm gonna buy a jersey with Noah Allen's name on it because Noah Allen is the best fucking defender in this team. I'm telling you, dude, Noah Allen deserves like all the respect in the world. You saw Suarez last quote on Twitter, like, dude. I saw he was like, I don't know, he was disappointed about the laws or something, and I just read it and I liked it and I moved on. I didn't renew my tickets because they were 5,000. Damn. And you have 4. Okay, that makes sense. I forgot how much I spent. I think I spent 1,800. but I have 2 tickets, and it was, in section 124, 18 something? I forget. Noah Allen is the GOAT. That's what I'm saying, bro. Suarez should just go start doing teeth promo. He should start doing those, like, Invisalign fucking commercials. Suarez needs to go run on sand. I've been hearing an idea to move Alba to midfield. I've said to play Alba left wing, left mid. I've been saying that for like the last 5 streams. I always say move Alba to left mid, left, because he's gonna play there anyway. Just move him there. Have Noah play left back, and then put Maxi and Toto as the center backs. If you're gonna play a 4-4-2, just play it like that. I'll tell Danny to get on it. Yeah, dude. Our side is the cheapest. Yeah, our side is the cheapest. Prices for that kind of stuff. So that's why we did it. Because if it's not our side, the north stand I think is also like the cheapest as well. At least back then. I don't know how it is now, but I paid $36 for tickets here in Colombia to watch my team. Guaranteed price for all. Oh shit! I don't know how you guys. Yeah, no. It's a lot. It's very expensive. The Allen Falcon combo works 100%. No, Owen Noah Allen is our Kubarsi. That's an amazing comment. I agree. Noah Allen is a beast. Why don't Mascherano just play Alba on the left wing? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Oh, per seat. Hell nah. What do you mean per seat? What are you buying? Are you sitting at David Beckham's suite? What do you mean per 5,000 per seat? What are you talking about? That 20, dude, that's somebody's salary. $21,000? Dude, pay me $21,000. I'll go watch I'll give you my seats for $21,000. Holy shit. God damn. Nah, bro, Mike, you gotta come to the south end, bro. Like that's where the that's where the affordable prices are at. That's where I sit. That's where Chris sits and Danny sit. That's where the real fans sit. Section 124. Sean Callan, supporter section used to be the cheapest. Yeah, because like you would stand the whole time and you would have loud banging drums in your ears for 90 minutes. But I don't think it's the cheapest anymore because now all the people want to go over there. Which it doesn't make any sense. Like that north stand should always be the cheapest. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into that. That north stand should always be the cheapest because you want to fill that side because that's where the fucking excitement is. But I don't know. It doesn't matter. That's a service engineer salary. Yeah. Oh, that's fucking crazy. That's crazy, bro. Yeah, I mean they gotta pay for Messi salary somehow, man. That's ridiculous, Mike. Holy shit. I'm not surprised. Fuck. Yeah, man, that's why I'm not renewing. So props to everybody for renewing, because you should buy a ticket, fly to Madrid, buy the tickets, and watch Mbappe. It would be cheaper. For real. That's my dream. My dream is to go to Spain. I need to go to the Barcelona. I want to go to the Camp Nou and watch Barca play. I want to get I have a Lamine Yamal shirt. I want to see like the museum. I want to see all that shit. Anyway, we're getting so off topic. I'm so sorry. Okay. Fuck. What was I gonna say? What were we talking about just now? Okay. No, lineups. Predicted lineups. Let's try our best to see who we think is gonna be tomorrow. Or who's gonna start tomorrow. Who's gonna play tomorrow. And I forget who said it. I think it was Brad that said it. It's a don't be surprised if Chelo and Redondo start. If they start tomorrow, we have a huge problem. We have a huge problem. I really hope they don't start tomorrow. Please I appreciate you. Yeah, guys, if you're here, if you're new, I don't know how many people are in here. To be honest, I'm not looking at that. But if you're, just leave a thumbs up if you're new. If you're new, subscribe, share with your friends. You guys have been awesome so far. I appreciate all you guys' support. Dude, I'd say start Drake tomorrow at goal. Fuck it. We got nothing to lose now. And I'm a day one. Yeah, no, same. I've been a season ticket holder since day one, since they first been available, since they first been available to purchase. I told my dad, I'm like, yo, let's do this, and he was like, yeah, 100%. So no, I get you. They do nothing. They do nothing for me. That's for the premium seats. They haven't opened the general seating. Off topic for everyone. I got 4 little minutes. Dude, they used to do a couple of like meet and greets, like public events. So honestly, that's like very doable to getting a signed shirt from Fafa, from Kamashi, from Bright. Taylor, obviously, he doesn't play here anymore, but anyways. But I honestly, I had fucking actually, who was I gonna say? Should play, yeah, fuck it. Oh no, not Drake. I meant Rocco. My bad. I meant Rocco. I said fuck. I said fuck it. Let's play Rocco. We have nothing to lose. Let's play Rocco tomorrow. Who's with me? Who wants to see Rocco play tomorrow? I think he needs to. I think he needs to get some minutes. It's been a while since we've seen Rocco play. I think we need to start Rocco. I think we need to play Ian Frey. I think we need to play Toto. I think we need to play Noah and then Jordi. Nah, Jordi low key pulled the hammy against Vancouver. I don't know if Chris, I don't know if you caught it. I don't know if Danny caught it. But I remember, I forget what minute it was. It was in the second half. And I don't know who lost possession. Somebody lost possession in the midfield. I'm assuming it's Redondo. And he Jordi Alba like full sprinted down that left flank. And as soon as the sprint was done, when the ball was over to the other side, like he was really, really grabbing that hammy. So I wouldn't mind honestly not seeing Jordi not play. Honestly, seeing Noah Allen play that left back tomorrow, and then I could if I see a back four of Noah Allen, Maxi Falcon, Toto Aviles, and Ian Frey tomorrow, Mascherano in. Mascherano in. Chris takes some Rocco action. Pause. Chilling Redondo are the starters forever. Mascherano is as stubborn as Tata out. Francisco, oh damn, Francisco gave me a whole lineup. Let's read this real quick. Okay, it should be Rocco, Allen, Martinez, Aviles, Lujan, Fafa, Redondo, Bright, Segovia, Ascende, Obando. That's crazy. We're just talking about how Redondo and Lujan are ass. And you want to put both of them in this lineup. But I get it, though. Rotation, right? Rotation. Not because they're, they got to be good, but just for rotation, right? Dude, we need to see Fafa, man. I just don't understand. He played well. What was it, against Dallas? We lost the game, right? But that wasn't because of Fafa. That was because of poor management again. Yeah, he had a hammy issue. Yeah. I'm starting to worry about Baltasar. Yeah, dude. Apparently he doesn't know how to get off a plane correctly because like he just pulled the hammy getting off the plane, or he was doing something on the plane that what I'm saying that pulled the hammy, and he not able to train. Should include my the rotation tomorrow should include Mascherano. Yeah, bro. Put fucking Javi Morales as the head coach tomorrow, bro. Javi Morales should be the head coach for tomorrow's game. Okay. Vice Rosa gave me their lineup now. We have Rocco, Allen, Aviles, Falcon, Frey, love it. Bright and Busi, love it. Or Bright, Busi, Segovia as the midfield three with Obando, Afonso, and Fafa. Damn, no Suarez, no Messi, no Jordi. Okay, very interesting. When Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone, he already had 3 missed calls from Rocco. What? 0-0 tomorrow. This team can't score. Red Bulls with a low block will completely nullify Messi. Mike V says Rocco, Allen, Sailor, Hall, Frey, Bright, Ruiz, Morales, Alfonso Carita and Obando. Yo, Mike V, you're fucking hilarious, dude. Um, okay. I already said my back four, right? No, I think genuinely, I believe this is how they should start it. Not saying this is what's gonna happen. This is how they should start it. The back four is gonna be Noah, or should be Noah, Maxi, Toto, Ian Frey. The midfield should be in the midfield four. It should be Jordi, Bright, Busi, Fafa. And then up top, it should be, honestly, in theory, it should be Suarez and Obando. It should be Suarez and Obando, or it should be Messi and Obando. One of the two. I think it probably Messi and Obando. Messi drops to Cam. We have Obando playing up top with Jordi and Fafa on the wings. We got pure pace, and they're both able to cross the ball into the area to Obando. Fafa can cut in as well. Messi is just the creator. He's going to drop deep anyway. And then we have Bright and Busi in the midfield. I don't know. I just don't think, I think it's a solid 11, to be honest. How about Morales? Haven't seen him in a minute. Yeah, because I mean, he's a kid still, right? He's like what, 16, 17, 18, whatever the fuck he is. So I guess Mascherano just doesn't trust him yet. But I don't want to take the game tomorrow light, to be honest. Like, I really don't. I want to win tomorrow. I don't want, it's at home. We're playing another game at home. This is our third consecutive game at home, which never happens. And it's against a mid team like the New York Red Bulls, a team that we've struggled to play against in the past. It's both New York teams. We struggled to play against the New York teams. So, yeah, they're mid right now this season, but we've historically struggled to play against them. I remember last year we lost them like 4-1 or something, like at Red Bull Arena. Like, it was bad. So I want to take this game seriously. I want to win the game. I want to play our best 11 that we can possibly play out there. I understand that we just played a game on Wednesday, but I think we need to be playing the best possible 11 we can tomorrow. In terms of a prediction, let's put your predictions in the chat right now as I think about it. But as in terms of predictions and how, if I think we are going to win, I mean, I always think we're going to win. I was going to say I don't care if we win or not, but that's not true. I'm trying to find the right words for it. I just want Mascherano to make the right decisions. I want him to play the right players. I want him to take this game seriously. I don't want him to give up if we're losing 2-0 in the first 5 minutes of the second half. He needs to the only thing that he can really do right now is win MLS Cup. That's the only thing he can do. If not, he's gone. So he needs to show us that he can compete in this league. He knows how to properly manage players in this league, because that's what Tata has over him. Let's be honest. Tata had that over him all day, is how to manage players in this league. Because Tata still, despite the criticism, he still ended up finishing first in the table, beating the points record. Yes, we got upset in the first round of the playoffs, but that was just because that was just poor management at that game, and that was just bad personnel. But overall, Tata has more experience coaching in the MLS compared to Mascherano. So if Mascherano can prove to us that he's able to coach this team, manage minutes here in the MLS, and be able to just kind of go through the season very smoothly, and we'll see. At the end of the day, I think we should be beating the Red Bulls. I don't think we're going to keep a clean sheet, because I think they're going to score at least one goal. I think New York is going to lose to us. Chris says 3-1. Ace Leones says 2-1 to the Red Bulls. 2-1 loss, says also Sean. Vice Rosa says 4-1. I'm assuming it's a win. That was a 4-0 win last year, but a month later, we beat them 6-2. Yeah. But that's because Messi fucking carried. And I'm not expecting Messi to carry. In Miami, 0-2. Damn, everybody's predicting a loss. Shit. I think that Red Bulls are going to score at least one goal. I think that we can score two. it's I don't know. I'm gonna do a 2-1 win. I'm gonna do 2-1. I'm gonna say 2-1 win. WrestleMedia says 3-1 win to the New York Red Bulls. Nader says Inter Miami losing 3-1. When 911 has an emergency, they call Rocco. I mean, hey, if Rocco's in net, we're not conceding 3 goals. I'm gonna tell you that right now. He can't already show it. He can't win MLS Cup. So better fire him as fast as possible. So lose tomorrow is better. 3-1 win to Inter Miami, says AZ Rebellion. I'm going to set up my timer to see how long the Red Bulls score on us. I mean, you don't have to set up a timer. You can you can look at the clock. You don't have to set up a timer for that. We go up. We go up, and then Javi plays the back 11, the back 11 again. Yeah, that'll probably if that happens, if he hasn't learned that mistake either, just Mascherano out. I'll be a Mascherano out person. If he makes the same mistakes that we did against Dallas, 1000% I'm Mascherano out. Because it's like it was just clear and obvious. And he even admitted in the press conference after, I don't know if it was the post-game press conference or in the press conference of training the day after, but he admitted that he made bad managerial mistakes. I think it was in the post-game press conference after. So if he admits the mistakes that he's made, that he knew he made mistakes, bad decisions, and then he still end up making those same decisions in another game, like 2 games later, then he's just an idiot at that point. Excuse me, he's just an idiot at that point. Oh my god, I forgot they have Choupo-Moting, bro. Oh, we're cooked. Cause who they have? They have Choupo-Moting. They have Forsberg. Who else do they have? Do they still have Lewis Morgan? Oh my god, yo, I think we're cooked. Yo, I think we're low-key cooked. Here, look, let me pull it up for you guys really quick. Let me pull up the Red Bulls for you guys really quick. They just beat Montreal 1-0. Yeah, Choupo-Moting up top. They have Forsberg at Cam. They have Kyle Duncan. I don't even know who this. Noah Ellie. I don't even know who that guy is. I'm gonna be honest with you. Tim Parker. I know who that is. Oh, they have Julian Hall. I think I know this. No, I'm thinking of a different guy. Other than that, that's it. Lewis Morgan is injured. Daniel Element is injured. Okay. So they have a very mid team. I mean, like, it's just honestly, these are the only 2 recognizable players that I can really make out. So we should be fine. I think we'll be okay. Miami 1-0 assistant goal by Rocco. I honestly want Inter Miami to just lose so much. Dude, we can't say that, man. Okay, look, I understand the Mascherano frustration, but at the same time, I don't want Inter Miami to lose just for Mascherano to get fired. Like I'm never that type of person. I was even like that with Phil Neville, like back when he was the coach. Like I never wanted him to keep losing so then he could get fired. Like that's just not the type of mentality or person that I am. Like I always want to wish success for the team, for Mascherano. I always want Mascherano to be successful. I want him to succeed. I want him to do good with this team. I want him to win. And I think calling him out on his BS and calling him out on his mistakes and his errors is very valid. I think it's very valid. Sure, like he doesn't have to agree with me. People don't have to agree with what we say. But it's important in a kind of a relationship like this is that this stuff kind of has to be called out. This stuff has to be aware and in the air, and it can't just be Mascherano not admitting to his mistakes and saying that what he did was okay, how the team did was fine, or wanting to wish on his downfall just so he can get fired. You know what I'm saying? And that's just putting a different perspective on it. 5-2 Obando hat trick. This is probably the best prediction I think we've had all stream. These next 4 games are crucial for Miami. If they do poorly, Mascherano is done. We win 10-1. Valid. Hopefully, Rocco hat trick tomorrow. Valid. Mascherano is just hard-headed. Valid. Morgan is hurt again. Yeah. Okay, so I say 2-1. Most of you guys predicting a or most of you guys are predicting a Miami loss. Some of you are saying a win. Some of you are saying 3-1, 4-1, 2-1, 2-1 in both ways. Obando hat trick, very possible. Rocco hat trick, slightly possible. But have you talked or seen the Disney quote from practice? I actually think I have that pulled up. I didn't listen to it. Okay, espera. I have. It's a 4-minute clip though. This is a 4-minute clip. So I'm probably not going to listen to the whole. It says Javier Mascherano sobre la actualidad. Hace 2 semanas era Disney. Hace 2 semanas esto era Disney. Wait, what? El análisis sobre la actualidad de los 4 fanáticos.
Las voy a hacer o no las voy a exponer en público.
Espera.
Nosotros las valoraciones las hacemos de manera interna. Claramente el proyecto deportivo de este club está alrededor de estos grandes 4 nombres, pero no es desde ahora, es desde que llegaron, sí. Y entonces no nos tiene por qué sorprender. Después el resto, te vuelvo a repetir, el análisis interno, no coincido y no comparto. Creo que Busi, a mi parecer, está teniendo una temporada, es de los mejores jugadores del equipo, no cabe ninguna duda. Pero no tengo ninguna duda. Y conversándolo con él, se siente muy bien, muy contento. Más, me animaría a decirte que quiere seguir jugando, cosa que el año pasado no lo tenía claro. En cuanto a Jordi siempre ha sido un lateral que más de ataque que defensivo. Es una de nuestras armas para atacar y intentamos que nos dé mucho más en ataque que en defensa, pero defensivamente no tengo nada para decir. Ha siempre estado comprometido en lo defensivo, y después en cuanto a Luis, lo hablamos el otro día. Está claro que obviamente sabemos que el delantero centro necesita marcar. No ha tenido esa posibilidad en los últimos partidos, pero bueno, a mí no me cambia demasiado. Después hay otras valoraciones que lo hago internamente. Entiendo que después de una derrota como la del otro día, ahora se vea todo lo malo. Hace 2 semanas atrás esto era Disney, era toda alegría y...
Okay, so essentially he's saying that with this loss, it's very easy to see all the negative, but 2 weeks ago this was like Disney, full of happiness.
Y estaba todo bien.
Everything was fine.
Bueno, no estoy ni de un lado ni del otro. Ni cuando hace 2 semanas estábamos invictos en la MLS y habíamos perdido un solo.
Yeah, but you're not anymore. He's like, it's been 2 weeks since we've been undefeated in the league. I mean, yeah, but you're not, because you fucked it up.
Partido en 18, 19 partidos que jugamos y todo el mundo alababa el rendimiento del equipo. Siempre lo dije acá y pueden buscar el archivo que dije que había que estar preparado para los momentos malos. Ni ahora no me voy a volver loco, ¿no? Esto es así, es fútbol. Nos hemos enfrentado a un rival que fue mejor que nosotros en una eliminatoria.
Bueno, okay. At least he admitted that Vancouver was a better team in the eliminatorias, in these knockout games.
Nos hemos enfrentado a un rival que fue mejor que nosotros en una eliminatoria. Y en el medio nos agarró un partido que sí es un partido que la verdad nos dejó tocado, que es el de Dallas, un partido que veníamos, digamos, que lo teníamos en la mano, que era una oportunidad muy buena para muchos chicos que no habían tenido tantos minutos, que lo hicieron muy bien durante 70 minutos y que los últimos 20 minutos un par de situaciones que lo dije yo en conferencia de prensa, que yo inclusive me equivoqué en la lectura del partido y no los ayudé. lo perdimos, ese sí,
and then we lost.
pero el resto, nada.
And then for the rest,
Entiendo que hay
nothing.
que convivir con este momento,
We
entiendo
have
las
to live with it.
críticas,
I
además
understand the critics.
me gusta para poder
He said he likes the critics
reflexionar y
to
sobre todo
reflect
corregir, porque de eso
and
se trata,
possibly
hay que saber
correct.
leer las críticas y a partir de ahí seguir trabajando,
And keep working.
mirar para adelante y
All right, interesting. Oof, okay. Yeah, no, thank you for telling me to watch that because that was interesting. So, I just feel like he just threw Suarez under the bus. Kind of. I mean, like he literally said that he knows that a central striker needs to come back and mark, which at times Suarez would try. Suarez would try to drop deep to like a cam-ish position, but it's very difficult when you have both Suarez and Messi up top because it's like if one of you are not doing it, then it's like bad because both of them would just sometimes, most of the time, would just not do it, and it's really really bad. So yeah, I mean Jordi, he didn't really call Jordi out. He just said that Jordi offers a lot more offensively than defensively. He's always been a very attacking minded left back, or attacking minded player on that left flank, and doesn't really, not that he doesn't provide for any, like doesn't provide anything defensively, but he just provides more on the attack. Um, and Bushi, he just said that he's the best player on the team. Without a doubt. That's because 2 weeks ago everyone could see the writing on the wall, and now there's worried the lack of offense. And was worried about the lack of offense. This team has been horrible for a month now. Suarez was not scoring for 10 games. Yeah, this is valid. Both what Giovanni and the letter said is very valid. Like, because it hasn't been 2 weeks. It's been a month. It's been since literally the last game. Like, if you look at our record, we haven't had like a proper game, like a proper good game since the LAFC game. Back in I don't remember what day that was. But the literally the last game, proper, like a good, well, team play kind of game, that was back um in Los Angeles, or against Los Angeles, and then even before that, we didn't have a good game since, like, I don't know, way before that. Like, we've been kind of scraping by. Like, we had the 2-1 win against Atlanta, who are a bad team. We had a 2-1 win against Philly, which is a great win. We lost the first leg in LAFC. We tied against Toronto, bad result. We made the comeback against LAFC. That was great. That was fantastic. We tied against Chicago. That's bad. Columbus, we beat them barely. It was a good result, bad performance. Whitecaps, we lost, very bad. Dallas, we lost, extremely bad, and then we crashed out, extremely bad. So I understand the 2 weeks kind of thing because we beat LAFC in that comeback. So that was about 2 weeks ago. But in reality, it's been a while. It's been like a really long time since like the team has like properly been like playing at an acceptable level, if that makes sense. So hopefully we can find a different rhythm tomorrow. Hopefully we can just reset and focus on MLS, focus on winning the cup, finishing at a playoff spot at a decent seed, so we can get a that advantage. And then, when Club World Cup rolls around, we can focus on that too. I mean, see how far we can actually go. We always have to have faith in that. It's going to be exciting covering for that. I have news on the Club World Cup, but I want to hold off until it's actually confirmed. So just stay tuned for some Club World Cup news that I'll share with you guys in the coming weeks. I'm hoping for it to be confirmed very, very soon. But as for now, it's just potential good news that hopefully will benefit everybody here that watches this channel, that likes the content on this channel, etc. But I think we're gonna wrap it up here, guys, because I think we're just a little bit over an hour. So or we're just about an hour, I guess, talking. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for tuning into this preview. I know this is not really more of a preview, but just kind of another rant and from the Vancouver game, from that crash out, and then just a little bit of an analysis on how Mascherano should be kind of moving forward, and a little bit of what to expect for Saturday, for tomorrow. Um, I'm working a 10-hour shift or a 12-hour shift tomorrow, 10 to 12-hour shift tomorrow. So I'm going to be extremely, extremely tired. I'm still planning on watching the game. So make sure you stay tuned for a post-game reaction. That should be about, I think the game's at 7:30. It should be done by 9:30, maybe 10 o'clock. I'll probably go live. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed tonight, watching tonight, hit the thumbs up button. If you are new to the channel, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It is free and it helps out a lot too. Share it with your friends if you guys have enjoyed, so they can come in. We can all chat in this together, talking to Miami, talk Mascherano, talk Luis Suarez, all of the above, talk Rocco, and yeah, man, no, just thank you guys for supporting this channel. It's always a blast coming on here. As bad of a mood as we all get, when Inter Miami doesn't perform well, we all seem to, just coming in and talking about it and expressing how we feel. It always feels very, really good. So yeah, I appreciate you guys once again. Oh yeah, F1 is this Sunday as well. Did you guys see? Fun fact, off topic. There was like an 18-year-old Italian that races for Mercedes. He got the fastest time in the Miami Grand Prix history. I think that was pretty impressive. Just wanted to point that out there. But yeah, leave a thumbs up. Thank you for everybody tuning in. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the post-game reaction, and hopefully we can get a result against the Red Bulls, guys. Take care. Have a good night. Bye, Miami.